Hey guys, so another replay for you guys. Haven't heard the feedback yet from the first one, so hopefully it went over good enough that you just want to see this again. This was a pretty small tournament. It was a rogue tournament, meaning basically all the top tier decks, you're not allowed to play any of them. All the tier 1, tier 2, and like some people would argue even some of the tier 3 decks could not play them. Cyber Dragon actually went under the radar and was completely allowed to be played at full power, so that's always really cool. Not sure what he was going to be playing yet, but this was against probably the best player I've yet to play in my career. He has a handful of tops and has done very well, so to say I was nervous is a little bit of an understatement, but once I saw my opening hand I felt much better about it. Won the dive roll, going second we opted for. Once again hiding his hand because I want you guys to know what I knew at the time. So when I see this hand, I see that I have Imperm and Gamma to disrupt his play, and I can mind control one of his cards, normal Hearse, go into a Verde, search out Cyber Dragon, Seeger pitch it, summon back Cyber Dragon, go into Seeger, then Verde effect to get out Rampage, and I can attack for, well, Seeger can attack 2100 without dealing damage, but to clear a monster, well, we see a card here, so you guys kind of know what he's playing. But then we'd have 500 from Verde and 12-6 from our Anaconda. So just seeing this hand, I got 2 disruptions, and then I am able to attack for 12,000 or 13,100 damage. So let's see how it plays out. He's going first. Pitches Thunder Dragon, so you guys saw Seyfried already. Rockets were not allowed for this event because, well, they're tier 1, tier 2 deck, depending if you're looking at Rockets or the FTK. But either way, it was not allowed. Used Seyfried, and I respond with Gamma. So he lost his normal summon, and he used 2 Thunder Dragons. Then he sets 2 cards. So if you're paying attention like I was, you would know that 2 of the cards in his hand are Thunder Dragons. So he has 1 in hand, 2 Thunder Dragons, and 2 set cards. We open up as we're going to go for Infinity first. Even if we can end Infinity Impermanence against his 1 card plus a draw, I'm okay with that. We see Called by the Grave. Luckily we have a light monster in our hand still. So pitching it. And then going into our Nova. And I'm assuming here he assumed I was able to OTK, which I actually wasn't. But having not normal summoned yet, I completely understand it. So the Called by the Grave is smart because if I have a core or any normal summon, it's game. So he pretty much has to do that at that point, although he may have not wanted to. Sucks opening 2 Called by the Graves. I can definitely feel that, and I have been there before. So he has 2 cards, we have 2 negates. I'm feeling very confident. All the nervousness is gone at this point, and I know I have game 1. He just passes, and now we go. No point in summoning Naxter. We could have did an extra 200. He had miscalculation on Infinity's attack, that's why the 200. But yeah, so we still have our 2 negates. Now it's 2 negates against 3 cards, and he ends up forfeiting the match. Must not have liked his draws, so that kind of sucks that he wasn't able to do a whole lot. But we also had 2 disruptions, and this is a rogue tournament. Most decks cannot play through 2 disruptions if they're rogue, and that's why they are rogue. So here we could have chained the Imperm too, but I wanted to save it just in case. But we do throw the Lancia out there. We sided it in because Lancia versus Thunder Dragons is absolutely amazing. Then we see once again here he's saving his resources and he's just trying not to get OTK'd so he can make a comeback. But we have Core and Hurts, which normally that's enough to deal over 9,000 damage. But given his board, it's not quite enough because he has 3 monsters. We can absorb 1. And Verde can attack through 1, and then we would still have over 8,000, but he has that 3rd monster there. But luckily, we drew in Cyber Emergency, so it's not going to matter. And you guys will see that here, linking him off just to get it in the graveyard, and we actually search out Fear. Why do we search out Fear? Because we want to be able to revive our level 5 Cyber Dragon, 2100 attack, from our Nova, but we don't want to have to use it to go into our Verde, so we search out Fear actually, since Infinite Permanence is in hand. If we had another monster, you could search out Naxter and pitch it to summon your Naxter, but since it's Impermanence, we search out Fear. This is just one of those situations where this card is so important, and I highly recommend playing it, because there's times like this where it's literally going to win me the match versus a very highly ranked player because I'm playing the card. So we search out Fear, and now we're going to go for the combo. Soldier and Hertz. Luckily he wasn't playing too many hand traps. Luckily Cyber Dragons can play a ton, and we open 2 both games, but when you're playing 15 plus cards to combat the meta, you're more than likely going to open 2 than you won't, so that's always a very good thing. Nova, like I said, bring back your level 5 here now, chaining your Fear, because we're going to use that as our link material. Go into our Infinity, and then we go into our Anaconda, and I believe he quits yours in a second, or I shouldn't say quits, he admits defeat, and we talked for a little bit. So just to show you guys where we're at here now, Anaconda's going to bring out Rampage, so Anaconda can attack, get rid of that. Before we go to the battle phase, so Infinity, absorb the Solar, Anaconda attack, Cyber Dragon attack, board's gone now, and we still have Infinity with 2700 and 3 attacks for 63 from our Rampage for a total of 9,000, paying 2,000 for our cost, and that is the game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know I did, and it was a big confidence boost. Once again, we're on to the finals in another tournament. Same deck list as the other one, by the way, guys. So stay tuned, subscribe if you want to see what we're wrecking everybody with, because this deck is just too good.